Hey Eric, it's Ryan Andrews. How are you?
Pretty good. How are you doing today?
Good, man. Good. Thanks for taking the call at late notice here.
Yeah, no, it's alright.
Hey, I appreciate you turning in that tape for me.
Oh, I know. It was really crappy too.
No worries. With those self tapes, we're not concerned about production quality with those types of things because we know that it's not. I know it's not the prime situation for an actor to. Number one, you don't have anybody there to read with. Number two, you don't have any direction really. So it's kind of just sort of put yourself out there. But yet, I like it. I like it better than calling somebody into a room where it's like super uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
I do too, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean.
I like it more.
Yeah, I've done a bit of acting myself, man, and I know the difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I've done a play, and it's just as nervous. It's just as bad. It's just as bad as like casting than it is to audition as well.
Absolutely, man. Totally. All right. Well, listen. First, I want to see if you have any conflicts. We're going to be shooting on Sundays. It's not this Sunday, but it's Sundays coming up, and I wonder what your calendar's like on Sundays.
Oh, so I do work on Sundays, but I mean, I can probably just start switching. I can take all my Sundays off and just switch and do it. Start working another day. I can switch it. What are we looking at? What times are we looking at for Sundays?
Oh, that's a good question. Some of them will be early mornings. I mean, we're being kind of ambitious. We're going to try to nail down a whole anywhere from 6 to 10 pages per Sunday, so that we can, I think I talked to you a little bit about this before, but we've got we're running out of real estate with the calendar here, so.
Yeah.
We want to get this thing as moving as fast as we possibly can. The Drew character's cast. If you feel like you can move Sundays with work, maybe that's something we should check with first before we move forward. But if you feel like you can, that'd be cool. I mean, I'm not trying to put you out here. I want to make sure that you can obviously replace those days.
Exactly. It's more important than my job, my future, my career,
All right, cool. That's good to hear that you're into it, Well, I like to tape. I think that without having a director in the room with you and being able to see specific notes, that you did a great job at least going for it. And now I know that you can get there to that point if needed.
Of course.
And I think that because a lot of it, with his specific character, he's not as in tune to what's going on as Drew is. So we might not need you to be at that level of dramatics right off the gate. But at least I know that you're willing to go there. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Yeah. Most of it is simply.
I'm a theater guy.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Can we bring the theater down a bit for the frame of a film camera? You know what I'm saying? And I'm very familiar with both mediums, so I look forward to working with you on that.
Of course.
Okay, well, all that's left is Eric. I'd love to offer you this part if you can figure out the scheduling for it.
Yeah. I mean, I can talk to my boss. He's good with letting me take care of things. I'm pretty sure he will let me take Sundays off to film. And, I can just come in on a different day. That doesn't matter to me.
Okay. Well, cool, man. Well, that's excellent news. I look forward. Like I said, we had the Drew cast. I think the two of you look right together for these parts. Being counterpart pretty much through the majority of the web series. Man, I'm excited. It'd be great to have you on board. I know I gave you a little bit of the scope of this whole thing prior to, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together some paperwork, and I'm going to send that over to you. I'll text you for your email here shortly to get that. But be patient with that because I'm going to wait until the entirety of at least the first episode is cast, and then I'll just send them all out individually at that time, to make sure that everything's done on the up and up, and we get a line of title set for this thing properly.
Sounds good. I'm excited.
Excellent, man. Do you have any questions for me off top of your head right now, or?
I mean, just as the first Sunday that we will film, you'll let us know, right? Before.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Right now, it's if I can fill in the rest of this cast prior to, it might be not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, the 11th. Yeah, it won't. It definitely won't be the 18th. If it's not the 11th, we're gonna have to jump to the 25th, I believe, which is the following after the 18th. So you'll have.
Good, and that'll give me even more time to.
Okay, perfect.
Around my schedule, so it would be perfect.
All right, great. All right, well, I will definitely keep you informed. You know, Cass is one of the first to know about calendaring, so I'll definitely get that to you.
All right.
Awesome, man. Well, happy to have you on board. Do check with your work and make sure that it's all good. And I'll look for a confirmation text or email from you as soon as I can. Get it from you, okay? One last thing, Eric. I am recording this call for use with my film class about casting, and potentially even on other social media. You all right with that?
I'm okay with that. I'm completely okay with it.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Cool. I appreciate it. All right, Eric. Real great, man. And I'm really easy to get a hold of. You got my number. If you want to text me about this thing or call me or anything, if you've got questions about any of the story, the character, wardrobe, you want to discuss anything, you let me know, okay?
All right. Sounds good.
All right, Eric. Thanks so much, man. Looking forward to it. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. So that was a live call with Eric, and you notice he gave me permission to use it at the end there socially. Obviously I'm recording this now, and I'm not posting it unless I got that permission from him, but this is pretty fired up. I mean, I'm excited. That's the second person in this cast I've gotten on board now. I cast the lead character, and he's the main supporting actor who's right next to the lead character. He's going to be in pretty much every episode that we have going on this thing. I'm excited. If you didn't check out how to cast your film, I'll link the video here so that you can check that other video out. I put down like 11 or 12 points on how to cast your film. This one worked out great. You should know that this is a non-union production. It's a web series. We are shooting Super 35 on a Sony FS5, so these actors are promised some really good demo reel. And also, you gotta feed them really well, and that's something that keeps them coming back and happy. So I'm really excited to have Eric on board. He sounded like he was ready to go get it, and that's really cool. We're gonna fill in this cast, and we're gonna rock and roll. So subscribe if you haven't already and want to follow along with what we're doing in film here. Like this video if you're into live casting, pretty cool stuff, an actual casting call on the phone, and you know, share this thing if you got somebody you know and like that you want to share it with. And we'll see you next time.